Righto, grade 12's last one, hopefully. This is just so that, hey, my microphone disappeared. This is just to continue and end off with the last one, which is a co-op. Co-op stands for cooperation, cooperative. You know the most well-known one is the Demasdorp Co-op, right? And we can start with that. It's owned and run by members, right? It's very similar to a CC, but there must be a minimum of 5 members. So you can see the bigger the formal it gets, the more members is required. They do have directors to become managers. They can hire their managers at a later stage, but you can see they're managed by a minimum of 3 directors. All right, but it's in this term, it looks like it's when they say it requires 5 members to start, and the members own and run the business together. That sounds like they've got a personal interest, but then they say there's a minimum of 3 directors, so you can see the picture, right? The risk is shared, profit is shared between them. But here's another part. They're like the NPC. They're profit driven, but not for profit, right? So a definition of a co-op is it's a traditional way of a group of interested parties that's getting together and that's sharing resources or infrastructure and costs to achieve a better income. For example, a group of farmers came together and said, how can we buy seed and equipment at a better price so that our food that we provide to the country or to the district is at a lower price. So they came together and didn't start a company that would add costs so that the final product would be expensive. They started a co-op, for example, and they wanted to end up at a public benefit, corporate benefit, but it's still with some form of profit or small profit margin. They don't add a lot of profit to it. All right. So the profit is shared. They can offer shares to their members, but it's mostly the members that will buy in and supply the capital. Tax, they pay standard company tax. That's correct. They are a legal entity. They do need to be registered, not with the register of companies, but with the register of cooperative societies. So here's the difference. The name, can you guess with what it should end with? It should end with Cooperative Limited. Cooperative Limited. All right. Continuity. There is continuity. It can continue to exist. That is true. The documents that they need, guess what documents they need to submit? Memorandum of incorporation. There is limited liability for the members. The financial statements, I'm not sure if it's a requirement that it must be audited. I can't see that in the notes. What they want you to know, there's also not a personal, it's a public interest, the capital. They can get more capital by asking members to buy in and buy more shares, or they can raise different types, it's actually just by the shares and by people pooling in. There's actually no other way. Then decision making, it is more difficult, all right, because it's a group and it's time consuming, and it's normally done in a democratic way that they have to make decisions. So I've given you a really brief overview summary of the notes of the 14 pages. So if you work through my videos and the notes, I think you'll have a very good understanding of it, and then we can continue to the next part of it. So go through it, study it. Hopefully I will see you soon and we can do a bit more revision on it.